Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. The Epstein Files Transparency Act has passed the United States Senate as of today, November 19th, 2025. This comes after its earlier passage in the House of Representatives. The bill requires the Department of Justice to release unclassified documents related to Jeffrey Epstein and the federal investigations into his network within 30 days of the president's signature. This marks one of the most significant transparency measures in the Epstein case since his death in 2019, and the public release of these documents could shed new light on the investigation and the people connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I am going to do a little recap on Jeffrey Epstein to those that don't know him. Jeffrey Epstein was a financier accused of sex trafficking involving minors, and investigations revealed a large network of associates and potential enablers. Over the years, multiple documents have been released, including flight logs and contact books, deposition transcripts from civil and criminal cases, statements and interviews with key figures. Despite these releases, a large portion of investigative records remained sealed due to privacy concerns, grand jury protections, or national security considerations. Critics and advocacy groups have long called for more transparency to understand the scope of Jeffrey Epstein's operations and connections. The Epstein Files Transparency Act requires the DOJ to release all unclassified Epstein-related documents within 30 days after the president signs the bill. Key points. Documents can still be redacted to protect the identity of victims. Materials related to ongoing investigations or sensitive national security matters may remain sealed. The law covers internal DOJ communications, investigative reports, and other materials previously withheld from public view. With the Senate vote completed on November 19th, the bill now moves to the President of the United States for final signature. Once signed, the DOJ has 30 days to release the files. Advocates and journalists are expected to review thousands of pages of investigative records, flight logs, and contact information. Previously released files include some flight logs, interviews with key figures such as Alexander Acosta, and parts of Epstein's contact books, but many documents remain sealed. This new release is expected to be more comprehensive. The newly released files can include investigative reports summarizing interviews and findings, flight logs detailing Epstein's private plane movements, contact books showing communications and networks, and court documents from civil and criminal cases that were previously sealed. Now, it is important to note what will likely remain sealed. That would be grand jury testimony, certain civil case records, and documents deemed sensitive for national security or private reasons. Financial connections may also come to light. Recent unsealed filings show Epstein had accounts with Goldman Sachs, HSBC, and suspicious activity reports flagged to U.S. authorities. This transparency may clarify some of the financial networks tied to Epstein's operations. The passage of the Transparency Act is significant for multiple reasons. 1. Public accountability. The law allows the public to access previously hidden investigative records, providing insight into how federal authorities handled the Jeffrey Epstein case. 2. Victim protection. Redactions ensure that victims' identities and sensitive personal details remain protected, balancing transparency with safety. 3. Political oversight. The release could shed light on institutional decisions and actions by high-profile figures connected to Epstein. 4. Financial and network clarity. Financial records and flight logs may reveal additional connections within Epstein's network, which have been under scrutiny for years. Analysts expect media outlets and advocacy organizations to review the files closely once released, which could lead to further investigations or congressional inquiries depending on what is revealed. In summary, the Epstein Files Transparency Act has passed both chambers of Congress and now awaits the president's signature. Within 30 days of signing, the DOJ is expected to release unclassified documents that could provide new insight into Epstein's network and the federal investigation. We'll continue tracking these developments and bring updates as the documents are released. Please make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a video that I upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.